And we are
Here we
live.
go.
Super excited to be here. Welcome, everybody. And we're going to get started in just about a minute. Um, we're super excited to have you here with us today. And let's see, is this your first Substack Live, Noah?
This is
Me too. And so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
no first time for everything.
Uh-huh. Let's give our friends a few more minutes to get on, and we'll get started in a few minutes. Welcome, everybody. We are welcoming our friends to the party, and we're super excited to have you at Noah and my first Substack Live. We're going to have a good conversation. And what I love most about this is it's going to take a minute, not a minute. It's going to take 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, you're going to get more leadership wisdom than you could get in such a short period of time.
There you go.
For our friends who are in the chat early, I'll just share that when my team said, you should do a podcast with young people, I thought to myself, oh gosh, no, like sitting, and I've been a podcaster for the last 5 years, but I thought, I don't know if we have an hour's worth of anything that we need to tell anybody. In fact, I thought if we can't get our core point out in just a couple minutes, then we're doing something wrong. So this is a new format that we're piloting, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Again, thank you to our friends who are joining us. I see people saying hi in the chat.
Hi, Monica. How are you? Sorry, that's my cousin.
Hey, Monica, cousin Monica, welcome. We are super excited that folks are joining us, and we're going to get started in just a few seconds and give our friends who are still logging on a moment to join the conversation.
Yeah.
In fact, why don't we start promptly at 3:02, which should be happening sometime soon.
There you go.
This is exciting. Welcome, welcome. I see more people joining. And the good news is, if there are people who can't join, we will push this out to lots of people so that they can see it in their own time.
Love it.
All right. It is 3:02, and I am super happy to get this conversation across generations started, where we spend just a few minutes talking with young leaders who are shaping tomorrow, starting today. We're talking about what they are up to. We're talking about what they're going to do next. And we're walking alongside them on their leadership journey. My name is Kaya Henderson. I'm the Executive Vice President of the Center for Rising Generations, Executive Vice President at the Aspen Institute, and Executive Director of the Center for Rising Generations, which is a hub of youth-led change and an ecosystem of power for the rising generations, the young people, the partners, the educators, everybody who is in support of this idea of making leadership development, civil discourse, and civic engagement a predictable part of growing up for young people 14 to 24. And we are kicking off the series this month, these conversations across generations, talking about purpose, passion, and leadership. How what you love can also help change people's lives and help to improve our society. So today we have with us Noah Davis. Noah is a senior at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where he is studying African American studies. with a minor in sports communications and history. And Noah's work, from mentoring young athletes to leading mission driven sports campaigns, reflects how purpose can grow out of passion. So I'm super excited to have you with me today, Noah. How's it going?
Doing great. I'm excited that you guys could have me on here, and I appreciate the opportunity.
That's good. Tell the people where you are in the world
Here
today.
we go. I'm in Madison right now. I'm finishing up my first semester out of my last two here at Madison. I'm a senior, and I met Kaya and Mora. We had a conversation a couple days ago, and I think we're all three of us are very excited to that we can make this happen today.
Yep. So we thank you for being the first guest on our Substack, Noah. And we've been exploring how passion becomes purpose with a number of the young people in our community. And so I have one question for you, and that is, when did you first realize that your passion for sports could become your purpose? That what you love could also change people's lives?
Yeah, so I first will start by acknowledging that I've always had a deep passion for the sport of basketball. I've grown up in a very heavy basketball foundational family, and I realized that once my senior year in high school was coming to a close, that playing basketball at a higher level wasn't going to be an opportunity for me. So I needed to find a way to fill that void and keep my feet in the game that I have so much passion and love for. We're back up. Um, no, no, all good, no problem. So yeah, so I found that it could become my purpose through coaching the sport of basketball, and I was given the opportunity to coach for St. Ignatius in Chicago, and what I really found the purpose in there was getting to touch the lives of the kids around me, the kids that I was coaching, and springing off that, I was given the opportunity to be a youth mentor for a company called After the Game, or a non-for-profit in Chicago. And I ran logistics. I had to plan out, how could I spin training and coaching into an avenue or a foundation for mentorship. And, that was a very fulfilling process. And, where my major really ties into this is that African American studies, the major, it can sometimes feel like a daunting task of, how can I change the world? Well, how can I change the people around me? And that's when you have to realize that, changing the world and changing these big problems really starts in the community. And it starts by changing one person's life. And once you're able to change the life of one person, two people, 10 people, you can really spin off that and they'll change the lives of people around them. And I think that is where true change comes from. And that's where true, um, moments of progress come from is touching the people around you and how they can spin off that and from the lessons that you instilled in them to change the people and change the lives around them as well.
Noah, thank you for sharing that. I think, especially when we think about athletes, they're thinking, I want to go pro, I want to go pro. And I think we try to help people understand that there are lots of opportunities in sports besides just going pro. And so, thank you for being a model, being a leader that is showing folks how to use sports in some new ways. What is this leading you to think you want to do? You're a senior. What do you want to do after college?
Ooh, so as of now, I want to become a referee, and I've started that over the last 2 years. And I think where refereeing really ties into this is that at the end of the day, you're the adjudicator of fairness. You're the adjudicator of leadership on the court. And at the end, of the day, you have the final say in what goes on around you. And I think that is a very important part about leadership is knowing when to use your voice, knowing when you need to be a tough guy on the floor, knowing when you need to put your foot down, but also knowing when you need to listen to people because at the end of the day, everyone just wants to be heard around them. And I think that's an important part about my development and my leadership is that it's not always about being loud. Sometimes it's about listening. Sometimes it's about being quiet. Sometimes it's about, sharing the love that you have, sharing the knowledge that you have. And I think that is also where I've grown a lot as a leader in these last couple of years.
Thank you, Noah. This is why I feel like I have the best job in America because I get to see amazing young people like Noah who are thinking creatively and expansively about how to turn their passion into purpose. Um, I can't wait to see what happens, Noah, when you graduate. I believe that if you want to be a referee, you are going to be a
Yeah.
referee.
Just
Um,
put it in the world. Got to
yeah,
put it out in the
we are
world.
manifesting refereedom for Noah. And to everybody, we would love to hear from you. Put it in the chat, add it to our subset comments. Let us know how you are turning passion into purpose. We hear all the time that young people feel disconnected and they aren't exercising their purpose and all of these things. And in fact, we get to see great people like Noah every day who are demonstrating that our young people are shaping tomorrow starting today by pursuing their
Yeah.
passions and making them their purpose. Thank you for joining us for our inaugural, even though my iPad dropped for a minute, sorry, for our inaugural conversation across generations. And join me in thanking Noah for sharing with us today.
And thank you, Kai, as well. And also, big thank you to Mora for logistically setting this up and connecting me and Kai. And hopefully we can, sprout this relationship further into these next couple of years as I try and figure out turning my passion into my purpose.
Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining us for just a few minutes of conversations across generations. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, have a good one.